Hi everyone, today we're going to do another training with the team, and we have a challenge. We need to decide how much to list this house for, and our team will go around and do this exercise. We have a repair estimate worksheet, and they have to determine how much we spent on this house, what we did to the house, and right now what would be the best strategy. And that's one thing that you can learn today, is how to estimate repairs and how to estimate best exit strategy in terms of pricing the house properly. So let's go. Going back to basic. We've been using this form for 20 years now. This is not a construction manager form, that's acquisition manager form. And the writing, because we have a very limited time to understand what to do to the house, how much will it cost. So you can pass around this repair estimate worksheets. When we go to the house, and the same with construction managers have a little bit different way of estimating, because they estimate different labor, repairs, different electric. When we go to the house, we have no idea, and how much will cost, and we just simply don't have time. So what we do? First, we write down the address. And why it's important? Because we have a lot of homes to visit. We have no idea. Second, date inspected, because sometimes, like, we can have a file that in the system for maybe 6, 5, 10 years, and we don't really remember when it was. Number of bedrooms. How many bedrooms this house has? This one. Do you know? 4. So let's start filling it. How many?
4 bedroom, 2 bath, 2 car garage.
4 bedroom, 2 bath. What does finished square foot here?
2,518.
2,518.
Yep.
Okay, and sometimes we don't have the records. So what we need to do, we need to go around and kind of do a guesstimate. Do a guesstimate what this square footage. 2,518. We have a 2-car garage?
2 car garage.
Okay. 2-car garage.
Is it truly 2 bathrooms, or is it one of them? No, 2 full bathrooms.
It's 2 full.
Okay. And so the way we estimate was, to imagine it's a house where we come for the first time. We start with the exterior. Roof. Do we need to change it? Or do we need to repairs? Yes or no? I just go through every repairs, and then I'll explain in details how much it costs. Then we go through windows and doors, paint exterior, paint interior. So first we want to start with the exterior, walk around, and then when we go inside, paint interior, carpet flooring, kitchen, bath, electric, central heat, plumbing, foundation, garage, steps, dumpsters, clean up, other, if we need to do something extra. And then we estimate. We use usually numbers close to 1,000, so we can easily estimate without the calculator. And then we add 25% for miscellaneous, and that will be total repairs. I'll give you some guidance for repairs. What we estimate: roof, with just a range for a house like this. How much will it be?
10,000?
10 to 12,
Oh, so-
including the garage.
Yeah, let's do like a cheat sheet. So just to give you example, a roof, $10,000 to $12,000 roughly. Windows and doors. How much do we pay for windows and doors right now? 300 a door. Okay, so $300 per door, because sometimes you walk in and you see that you need to change all the doors. How much windows right now with install? So we always round up. So window is 500. But usually when we come in, we start counting doors, and you can say if average house has 10 to 15 doors, so it will be some significant amount of money, especially if you have older windows. If windows are custom, that will be way more expensive. Then paint exterior. I'll just give you a rough estimate so we can estimate. To paint a house, what do we estimate to paint the house? Labor and materials.
This big one is around 5,000.
5,000? That's it?
That's it?
Yeah, so usually like for the house, like,
6, but
because they also sometimes you need to have a window wrap and soffit fascia and
Separate.
yeah, separate.
For the
So for paint exterior, I just use $10,000 to round the number. Paint interior, I also use $10,000 round. So this is the different ways of estimating. Construction managers, they do more details because they have more time. When we walk in the house, we have no idea. So paint interior about 10, carpet flooring, I estimate about probably 10 grand for 10K. Kitchen, we usually go with the unit. Kitchen usually, it includes electric, appliance, plumbing, like I put 10 grand. So 10 grand kitchen. Bathrooms, we use $5,000 for full bathroom and 2,500 for half.
Remember, Minneapolis, St. Paul, there's electrical and plumbing is extra because it's just the license to operate in there is more expensive.
Okay.
So you've got to add a little bit more for plumbing, electrical. So
How much?
So usually 3,000 for plumbing, but for like Minneapolis, I use 5. Same electric.
Is
5.
that included in the bid for the bathroom, did you say?
Yeah, because you got to do like GFCI, maybe a panel to make it today's code.
Okay, if we see electric, if we need to change electric box, what do we, if we have fuses, what do we estimate? 4 grand. I use 5. So next thing is the plumbing. Sometimes like the plumbing can be completely broken, so we need to add for plumbing to maybe fix the plumbing, like one element will be 5 grand.
If you're doing the full for the smaller house than this, it's around 5 grand.
5, so just use 5 for plumbing. We see that everything is not up to code 1 and we need to fix it, not the whole house, but just element. Then we go into basement. In basement can cause a lot of trouble. Sometimes it's a wobbly basement or walls, or so then sometimes we need to jack up the house and rebuild the foundation. That probably will be.
How much is each wall that you see that's bad? Is it 10,000 a wall, 8,000 a wall?
In the basement?
Yeah.
Another challenge with the basement, leaky basements. So if we have finished square foot, then we need to put a drain tile. We need to dig around the house, put drain tile, put sump pump. That costs about 12 grand, right? 8 to 12. Next thing is garage. Usually, like sometimes the garage doors are not functioning, so we need to replace or repair. How much the garage door right now?
Like 2 grand.
2 grand for the garage door. Okay. Another thing, steps and decks. If we need to repair, for example, pour a new foundation, not foundation, but repair stairs, make sure they're even. Then dumpsters clean up. If we do a normal rehab, how many dumpsters do we need right now?
You should put 5 grand for clean out.
5 grand, clean up. The last category, other. Sometimes you see that house needs extra that is not here. Other can be, you see if there is an opportunity to build up another bedroom, maybe to put up wall, maybe take the wall down. So that goes into other, and then you can price it accordingly. Then you just sum up your repair cost, whatever you have. You add 25% for miscellaneous. What miscellaneous? Permits, light fixtures, all the smaller repairs, 10% contingency, because, and then you're going to have an average repair cost for the house. So, but usually right now what we see, a quick remodel, it costs us about $45,000. If there are no, additionally, if you walk in the house, you see that we need to change no major elements, need to change kitchen, bathroom, flooring, paint, that costs about $45,000. If we need to add additional elements, for example, roof, you add another $10,000. You see furnace, add another $10,000. You see plumbing needs to be fixed, add another $5,000. And then you add 25% on top of that. And so for heavier rehabs, for older home, it costs about $80,000 to do an older home. If the house is below built before 1965, it's all home. Like you have to, if you start touching anything, you have to start repairing everything.
So the quick remodel of the kitchen, bathroom, flooring, paint on an old home would be 80.
Yeah.
Versus the other one would be.
Because you like, let's say we start doing repairs in kitchen, electric, then we say that, well, we need to everything to put, as soon as we touch the house, wherever we touch, we need to bring up to code. Is it right? Yeah. But that's why important, because like And the difference between us and other companies, if you're a small fix and flip operator, operate like under radar, we don't do that, but we have to do that. And we made a decision early on, and we want to pull all the permits, do everything right, so it will be a safe home. So 45, 80, and if it's a old home like the first one that we saw, that probably will be $110,000 to do rehab. Okay, so now we'll do a little exercise. Do we know the condition of this house, what we had before?
Yeah,
Do you have pictures?
Yeah.
And you guys, you can use the repair estimate sheet to estimate how much we actually put into this house.
History of the house, I'll just go over it real quick.
Yeah.
All right, they heard us from K-Fan Radio, retiring in 4 years, but selling sooner, and we'll downsize to an apartment. That's the reason for them selling. They did put a new electric panel in, and then new painting and updated flooring. I don't know if that was before or after. But the positive on this house was pristine home. They have done a lot of great updates, and the home would show very nicely. Good neighborhood, good location, painted the stucco nicely. The red flags, which is small yard, there's an alley, a couple of windows may need replacing. AC is window units, and then probably need a mini split or a mini split. I don't know if we have a mini split here. Heating has a few different sources throughout. There's the electric fireplace and there's a boiler. Notes: looking to move out of the country, considering a discreet and fast sale to avoid hassle of listing. And underwriters say nice floor plan. Negative is busy street, and they had a couple comps from 300,000 to 450,000 to 500,000. Plan in this house originally during underwriting is to do a very light optimize. We put $10,000 for interior paint, and then $10,000 to refinish wood floors, $6,000 for tops and appliances, and $5,000 for dumpster, and $5,000 for other, totaling $36,000 at deal review. And we're planning to sell at $500,000, purchasing at $355,000, making $60,000 in gross profit at 12%. A little tight but high GP than we usually get because it's a higher priced property. Usually has to demand a little bit more. And then the actual project that went through for job jacket, this is after we purchased the house, walked through it, and figure out what needs to get done after the fact, because when you buy the house the first day and then the day that you get in possession could be night and day. So whole project was only $20,000 compared to the 36. $7,700 went to main contractor, $5,000 went to material, $1,700 went to plumbing, $600 went to appliances, and then about $1,700 for the countertop, $3,000 for trash out, and $1,000 for miscellaneous. So $20,000 in and out for this property. And so they didn't do obviously the flooring and a few other things that was on the list.
Everyone has Realtor have MLS, and we have also Zillow for everyone else. Let's figure out what will be the best listing strategy with the house, what should we list the house for, and what will be our, it's called ZOPA, Zone of Possible Agreement. So what is the lowest price that we should sell the house or consider, and what we can potentially sell it for, because we never know.
It's active right now. You guys know.
Okay, let's do everyone like walk around the house, see outside, look at comparables, and then we'll go around and hear different opinions, because at this moment we don't really know what we're going to sell a house for, but the goal would be to have same exit strategy, how we start marketing it, and what will be the lowest price that we should sell for.
Identify your red flags and identify your positive features.
Yeah. How would you market this house? So let's go around and see what do you like about the house and what do you think the red flags?
The red flags would be there are some windows that are painted shut.
Ah, this one?
Right here, over here.
Where?
I don't want a $500,000 house with an open window.
Ah, okay. Well, let's take a picture of this. And all of them? Wow. Okay.
Locked in.
Yeah, and it's for safety also. It's you cannot have it close the windows. Okay.
Yeah, pretty rough window though. they said there's a couple that should be replaced.
Yeah. I think like for 500, like you have to take them out or repair. Okay.
You need to fix that for a $500,000 house.
Yeah.
I think this is a simple one.
Mhm.
I just need a tool to tighten this, but
That's right.
it shouldn't be.
Wow, but I like this idea. Okay, second floor is completely different from the first floor.
Yes.
Hey, Blake, did we do this?
No, they did.
Oh, they
Like
did?
this.
Wow.
This was amazing. This is like,
Yeah, this is the favorite part of the house. This is what should be marketed.
yeah, this is like,
I would actually
Like the
stage
bathroom?
up here.
You
This
could
is-
stage
I
this,
would-
yeah, like
I
Kim
would have
said.
staged up here. I would have made that an office
Yeah.
area or even a baby area.
Yeah.
Because you got the desk there.
Mhm.
So not
This is amazing.
sticking on staging.
and the basement's really nice too.
Oh no. Like okay. Yeah.
This is like the wow part of the house.
Right.
This-
That's wow. That's what should go in the picture.
And it should be
The
in the
lights
picture.
and the-
Yeah.
Gotta fix that. But the light fixtures are cool. Everything.
Yeah. Like I imagine myself like spending time here.
We noticed this too.
Fix it, yeah. No, he's gonna fix it. Okay.
Yeah, we will have to fix it.
Like,
Yeah, this is one and old appliance
Yeah, and the appliances.
for $500,000. You have to.
I think you gotta do this down here and paint the floor even. For that kind of money. But smells are really funny though too. And people are very, very touchy with smells.
Yeah. I'm curious what maybe we can open the window or something.
Or get some sort of a odor type thing.
yeah, you can tell it's like a 1900 feel when you get in the basement.
Right, yeah. But you know, it's pretty functional down here. The ceilings aren't high. I mean, this is, you paint that and you could box that in if you needed to, but I mean,
How do we get rid of the smell in the basement?
yeah. Well, you know, when I first bought a house that had a smoke smell, and I went out and I rented an ozone type thing. What do you call that? A machine.
I didn't look at that. That was in my original.
The ozone type machine that can clean the air out.
And you cannot open this window. I'm thinking how I don't see any ventilation here.
But you could not have it open if you put that ozone thing in there. People,
I don't know if it's gonna break the paint.
Just cracked the.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay, well now let's see. I haven't seen the backyard yet.
No, this is an old house, but this is the kind of stuff I would look at for, you know, 500,000, you know. Like, that could be cleaned up a little bit more, don't you think?
I like the fence.
The fence there.
Pretty decent.
My first impression, we need a little more attention up front of landscaping. The inside of the house is impeccable, the outside of the house, not so much. So we could dress up the front a little bit more. Doesn't need anything added, just needs some manual labor to pull the weeds out. Let's make it look sharp up front. Maybe even add some fall colors with a couple of mums or whatever on the stoop to bring it to life and make it look like it's lived in as well. That's probably the biggest opportunity I see, really, with the home, because I think, you know, the paint work is amazing in here. I mean, there's no overspray, there's no overbrush, it's all been cleaned off, and I'm very impressed with this home. So I think we're in the ballpark.
So your recommendation would be if you bring a buyer, what would be the biggest red flag for the buyer?
I think the biggest red flag for the buyer, I mean, first of all, we wouldn't have shown up here if we didn't think it had the right number of bedrooms for us. But that's probably the biggest challenge is, does it have enough bedroom space for us as a family? Because right now, it's dressed up like a one bedroom. It does have a small office in the back, which you could make another one. But that's kind of that's the one thing you've got a challenge on is the number of bedrooms in the house. Because the number of bedrooms will dictate Almost the buying power of that one person or two people and what stage of life they might be in to buy this house. That's probably the biggest challenge.
So 525 to list, what would be our reservation price? The lowest price with
Probably 465.
465. Wow, big spread.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's a lot of pros to the house, like a lot of unique features. There's the tiled ceiling. I think adding the quartz countertops and the backsplash just really adds like an elevated feel to the kitchen. It's small, so I think that could be a red flag for some people. But I think there's a lot of other features in this house, like the upstairs is updated, it's modern, there's wallpaper, there's a mini split, there's a finished basement, which is, you know, sometimes rare in Minneapolis. The original hardwood adds a good feel here. I think $525 for a listing price. I did go pretty low on the bottom. I would take is $450, but I don't think it'll go that low. I think we'll get somewhere around $500.
I think that a teeny bit more money could be spent on staging upstairs and really show that space. Have that be the #1 photos that's shown on MLS, because that's really what the wow is. So you've got the additional bedroom upstairs. Show the little area as maybe a crib. You know, you can spend minimal dollars to absolutely help people kind of see what that space looks like. Touch up downstairs a bit, paint the floor, maybe applying some counter in that kitchenette area. And then addressing the windows that don't open. I think that needs to be done when you're in the 500 range. I would list at $495 and get multiple offers.
And what would be the lowest you think it will sell for?
Without touching windows, $490.
And the windows, what do you mean? Do we need to put new windows or just?
I'm not gonna buy a $500,000 house where I can barely open the window.
I think it's a beautiful house. Obviously, I wish we were doing these remodels, but in my mind, this is a $150,000 job that they did upstairs and in the basement. So I don't know if we're gonna be able to match these projects. I mean, we can. It's just the upstairs, when they were converting the attic into that, adding a bathroom, pretty expensive, I think. Basement's nice and dry. I think we did the right exit strategy.
I do too.
You know, I wouldn't add much. I mean, maybe we were thinking a little bit of mulch up front, but I left it for down. So. And Jim to say, but no, it's fall, so the flowers were blooming and now they're a little bit on the way out. So I think Sergi did a good job overall, and it's a beautiful house. I don't know if the market is $525 or $490. I have no idea. We will see what the buyer says. It's a beautiful property, but we'll see. What is it, 36th block? If it was 54th, it would be no brainer. 36 on a busy street, we'll see. So otherwise, I don't know. There's not much to say. It's a good one.
What was your drop dead lowest price?
I think it's a little high at what's listed at right now, and I think the drop dead price is probably around $460. And I would be concerned about the concrete in the back myself personally. It's a trip hazard. There's some high, some low, then butting up against the wall, it's all cracked. I don't know. For a $500,000 house, I would kind of think that should be cleaned up a little bit somehow.
I'm at about 475. I wouldn't go below that. So
Yeah.
I'm kind of with you guys. Yeah. Because like Alex said, somebody's done a tremendous amount of work up and down. Like a lot of the hardest work is done. We're talking about windows and sidewalks and landscape. Those aren't the worst projects in the world for us or the next person.
Yeah, that kitchen should be cleaned up downstairs too.
Yeah,
For
at
sure.
least even painting the flooring in that kitchen area, it just makes it look old already. There's old appliances and all that, which we might not have to change, but at least clean it up with paint.
I have a question for the group. When you walk in this house, first off, I want to say this is a beautiful flip. I think it was really, really well done. So my question is, every home that we come into, I think we should do a couple of things. The first thing is to think about who is the buyer for this home. What are the thoughts about who buys this home?
Middle age, no kids.
Middle age, no kids.
I actually think.
Maybe
I
one,
thought
like
it
a
was
small
family.
family.
I thought family.
Young family.
Yeah.
I would buy this house, but I'm not middle aged. I'm senior
I think
citizen.
it's small.
So I'm a little less concerned about the number of bedrooms that we have, because I think it generally is going to accommodate what everybody just identified, a retired couple or a young family, maybe even a young two-professional household family could also buy this. And I think the number of bedrooms that we have is good for that. The other question I would suggest that we always think about when we walk in is there a deal breaker in the house? And what I mean by a deal breaker, when someone walks in the front door, they're gonna say, I can't buy this house because. Anyone see anything that they see as a deal breaker?
The street.
Yeah, the street I would say could be a thing.
Before you walk in the
I
house.
think the busy street is always a con, but like
Yeah.
if you're doing a showing here, you know it's on a busy street and you're
Yeah.
like ready. Like you want the Minneapolis life, you're like, you came here for a reason.
It's a gated backyard.
There's parking up front too, so it's not like,
Yeah, and so I agree. I don't see a single deal breaker in here,
okay.
which I think is really good. I mean, it's another indication that the flip was done really well. I
It's
think
not done yet. Yeah.
That's true.
the preparation of the flip was
Okay.
done really
Perfect. Yeah.
I think conceptually too, once we get an offer, one of the things you could talk about on this floor that is not a deal breaker, but it's close, because most people don't like window air conditioners. I would do a mini split here to modernize this level, just because you get a little bit of both. You get air conditioning and you get heating out of it, but the air circulation's a lot better and a lot quieter than a wall air conditioner.
When you think about safety, like this is the easiest way to get into a home,
Yeah,
window unit.
window unit, yeah.
I agree. I don't think it's a deal breaker when they walk in, but they'll definitely ask at inspection
Right.
for a mini split.
Right, and
So-
if that's a negotiating point, I mean, it could be, well, okay, we'll put one in for you if you want to get rid of it.
And there's certain things that like we can't necessarily, a deal breaker we can't adjust. For some people, the road might be a deal breaker, but as a general rule, what would you discount a home for on the basis of?
Since there's plenty of comps on a busy street, and it's pretty common for South Minneapolis to be on a busy road, so I wouldn't go 10%, I'd go 5%, and then I'll just find more comps on Portland, Park, Lindale. All the streets are busy, and they're all going to sell in a similar price with the similar specs.
Yeah, I think that makes sense. And last thing I want to mention is the windows. The windows are, as was pointed out by several people, probably one of the things that we'll get as an objection. So we have to make a decision at the time of renovation. Do we want to do the windows or not? Any discussion on?
As you mentioned, we should have a functional minimum, because then when people do ask for it, well, they work. Same thing with a furnace or AC, like it's old, well, it works. But then if it doesn't work, then we have to talk about replacing it, and that costs money, more money.
So, and I agree, functional matters. I think there's some character associated with these windows that we want to maintain. So from a business standpoint, do you want to replace the windows now or address it later on? Is it a deal breaker today? I don't think it's a deal breaker.
No.
So I would want to kick that decision to the curb and keep the money in our back pocket out of the gate and not do the windows out of the gate, and then address it in the repair negotiation. And the discussion could be something like this. What is your most, as a buyer, what is your biggest objection? They may have a list of 10. What is your biggest objection? Get it down to 2 or 3 items. I would bet the windows will be one of them. Okay, the windows, it's a great area. We agree it needs to be fixed, but it's functional, if we get it to the point that it's functional. How about if we contribute $4,000 to the replacement of the windows on the main level? Will that do it for you? And walk away rather than taking the time off market to do the windows and possibly maybe quite a bit more expense than that. So it's always a business decision.
If you start to do the windows, you're waiting more than months just for because that's a special order, just for the special order. Then when they come in, you have to have a deal with the trim in it, so it's some job still waiting because we're waiting for the windows. And then install windows, do the wrap outside, so if you do the windows, you're looking like months and a half just for the windows.
I mean, just you speaking about it now, everyone's kind of like scared. Like, whoa, you can imagine a buyer coming in, they're 10 times more scared, like, I don't want to deal with that at all.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying, if it's old, it's one thing. If it's cracked or not working, that's another thing that it has to be addressed.
So what I want to say, in our case, we spend like 2-3 weeks. With the windows, we would spend 2 months at least.
So the house has been on the market since the 26th or 27th. We've only had one showing.
Okay.
No feedback as of right now, so we did do a price drop of 10K. That does bring us to 525. So hopefully with that we will bring in more buyers. But as of right now it's fresh and we've had one showing. So.
I don't think we did a price drop this week. Why does
No,
it
we
show
did.
that?
But before we buy a house, we, like Jim has said, what will be the deal breaker? The same when you guys go on appointment, you look at the house, okay, is it absolute house, small narrow kitchen? That will be a deal breaker. So we need to discount. Busy road, we need to discount. Old windows, bad neighbors, discount. And we also have that in our direct loan processes, the checklist, what is the deal breaker. So we still buy the house, but we need to buy it cheaper because our buyers will ask the same thing. So, all right, thank you everyone, and we'll see you next Thursday. Okay, well, let's finish strong. Good job.
I appreciate the time.